Oh, welcome back. The last few weeks of the Inland Empire League season is always a sprint to the finish.
And in the 6A classification, just 3 teams in the league, and 2 of them met tonight in our SWX game of the week. There is nothing like the Coeur d'Alene Lake City game to just get your blood boiling. The Vikings get on the board first. CDA quarterback Tanner Stern goes 26 yards to Gibson Comstock, and that's good for the 6-0 lead. More Vikings this time. It's Stern with the play fake and then dumps it to the sidelines for Gibson, and he weaves his way between Lake City defenders. He's in 12-0 Vikings. The Vikings are leading 26-0 before Lake City got on the board. They found the end zone thanks to this run by Braden Van Leuven. 25 yards to pay dirt, 26-6. The Vikings add one more and get bragging rights for a year. 33-12 over the T-Wolves.
Let's go to a non-league game for Post Falls tonight. They were hosting the Moses Lake Mavericks. First drive for Moses Lake, and they face a 4th and 10. Brady J looking for a man. Watch him. Find someone. Heave towards the end zone. Carter Anderson on the run. Mavs up 7. Nothing going for the Trojans. Right back to Moses Lake. Jay, this time to Grant Smith, darting across the middle. He dives across the goal line to go up by 14 points. Let's go first play of the second quarter. Post Falls gets it going. Sneaky little handoff. Brandon Felix off to the races, 40 yards to the house. But it was all Moses Lake the rest of the way. 42-7, the final in that one. In the Greater Spokane League, it's a battle for the top 3A spot in the league.
Cheney and Mount Spokane leading the way with other teams not far behind. And it was homecoming over at CV. A nice ride there. It's kind of hard to see. It's a little dark. The visiting team leading at halftime, and they look to keep that momentum going. Quarterback Connor Collins sends a dime to a receiver whose number I couldn't even tell because of how many defenders are swarming him. Great catch, though. But the Bears' Skylar Hardy, he had enough of it. Huge stop there for the Bears on defense. Then Collins finds Tank Best, who's off to the races. It's not super close. He extends the Blackhawks lead. And we're going to pick up this highlight mid-pass. Bear with me. Mason Stinson, who makes it an even wider gap as he runs into the end zone. 29-0 Cheney at this point. They run away with this one, 37-7, the final.
Let's go to the Mount Spokane Wildcats. They're visiting the Lewis and Clark Tigers at One Spokane Stadium. Wildcats looking for a deep ball. Instead, it's LC's Elijah Nelson grabbing it and adding a few yards on the return. Tigers ball. Tigers looking to the end zone this time. And it's Jax Kelly with the revenge. Another turnover. This time the Wildcats get the ball. Later in the game, still scoreless. Jackson Spitz gets the Tigers on the board with a field goal. 3-0 Lewis and Clark. But Mount Spokane is right there to retake the lead before the half. Handoff to Rashad Franklin is good. Time winding down the first half. Tigers looking to get on the board instead. Oh no, another interception. This time Rock Franklin grabs it out of the air. The Wildcats hang on for the 3-point win, 21-18. Another one. Let's go to One Spokane again. The cheer squad for U-High and Ferris getting the fans going at One Spokane Stadium. First drive of the game for Ferris. Handoff to Grant Adder. Spins out of his way and gets enough for the first down. But U-High defense, they made some adjustments. They're in the backfield in a hurry. Jackson Leffler wrestles down the ball carrier for the Titans. Now this play doesn't seem like much, but the U-High wide receiver here, Grant Peterson, snags that ball one-handed. Titans get a field goal out of it, and Ferris is looking to respond. Quarterback Sam Colton rolls right, throws it up, but Lincoln Murray runs under it, hauls in the interception as U-High goes on to win this one 17-0 over Ferris.
The Ridgeline Marching Band putting on a show. The Falcons hosting the Meade Panthers. The Panthers are up 28-6 at half, trying to add to it here. Landon Thomas to Garrett Miller, dives for the pylon, ball pops out, but he rules down at the 2-yard line, and they'd have to settle for a field goal. A drive later, more Panthers. This time, Max Fagau takes the handoff, finds pay dirt. He had a game and a half. Meade up 38-6 now. Fourth quarter, you guessed it, more Meade. This time, it's Evan Drew at quarterback. He scrambles, hits Lee Column wide open for 6. This one was all Meade, 46-6, the final.
All those games down, and we're only halfway home.
Sounds good to me. Plenty more highlights to come when we return on SWX Overtime.
Congratulations to McDonald's Team of the Week, the Gonzaga Prep girls volleyball team.
They've made the state tournament 3 of the last 4 years, and they're looking to do it again.
We've grown really close together, which has helped, I think, how we play. We always find a way to, how can you beat the person next to you while still lifting them up, and I think that's like the competitive side that has allowed us to get to where we are.
I've been a part of a lot of teams. Compared to other teams, our opponents, we are just so spirited, and our bench is just the loudest, and we are just like all one.
All of us just wanting to be at practice and wanting to be the best every day. We're just so close. We're all like best friends, and I just love them each so much, and it's just such a good experience.
The Hamilton McDonald's is proud to sponsor this week's Team of the Week.
The Gonzaga Prep girls volleyball team.
Pop shot 3, 1, 2, 3, pop!
Welcome back. Let's get you some more highlights.
We start in the 2A Greater Spokane League, where first place West Valley looked to stay on top of the standings. It was a party hosting the Clarkson Bantams here. I'm not sure about the confetti. I don't know why it was there. I am sure about it. It was great. The visiting team looking to get a short gain. Eric Borg says, it stops right here. Huge hit. Then on the other side of the ball, handoff to Borg. He finds his way around the right side into the end zone for the score. Eagles up 7-0. It's pretty hard to stop.
Yeah.
Bantams on offense again. I don't know how Lee Brown stays up after this hit. Truly, no idea. Very impressive. Takes a host of defenders to get him down finally. Twice early, Clarkson had good position to score, but the Eagles were there to stop it with a sack. This was all Eagles tonight. They get the shutout 35-zip.
Some Northeast A action. Medical Lake, they're hosting Riverside. First play from scrimmage. Yes, Cardinals quarterback looking to throw it over the top, but Spencer Scarpelli is there to pick it out of the sky for the Rams. And from there, Riverside, well, they went to work on the ground. This time, handoff to Sean Trochta, who goes untouched in for 6 points. Medical Lake, they just kept trying to throw the ball, but the Rams' Tristan Lebsack lives up to his name with the sack, help from Mason Dell, and Riverside kept punching the ball in from close range. The offensive lineman turned fullback. Austin Jenkinson plows ahead for the score as Riverside cruises to a big win over Medical Lake.
Homecoming over at Reardon tonight as the Screaming Eagles hosting Asotin, and it was defense in the first half. First, Asotin's Lane Smith with the sack and ends a Reardon drive. The Screaming Eagles had a pass rush too. Wyatt Colvin not going to let the quarterback away.
Oh, no.
He's got it handled. The first offensive touchdown came with less than a minute to play. Cody Ellis goes deep, and Wyatt Caldwell is there for a 50-yard score. 12-0 Asotin at the half. The Panthers' defense was good all night long. How about the pick here from Sawyer Byrie, playing with a cast on one hand? He gets the interception. Asotin breaks it open in the second half for a big road win, 33-0 at Reardon. We saved the fastest and the highest scoring games for last.
Yeah, 8-man highlights are coming up after the break.
There's plenty of talent in the 8-man ranks around Eastern Washington.
Yeah, big game in the Southeast 1B today between two teams who are combined 8-1 on the year. We're headed to Tico for a showdown between Tico Rosalia and Pomeroy. First play from scrimmage, and the first big play of the game, Pomeroy running back Kaiser Harris trying to make something out of nothing, but the ball pops free, and the Timberwolves' Matthias Fenton recovers. So, Tico Rosalia on offense would try and cash in. 4th and 10. QB Soren Braun gets a first down and more. 25 yards down to the 1. He'd get that on the next play. 6-0 T-Wolves. Pomeroy came right back. A big kickoff return set up. This Rory McKiernan to Charlie Chase touchdown pass. Pirates up 8-6 after the 2-point conversion. So the Timberwolves had a 12-8 lead, but here come the Pirates. A keeper by McKiernan. 31 yards, and it's good enough for a touchdown as Pomeroy goes to win this one big, 60-12.
A first tonight at Davenport, first ever varsity game from Espone High School, but this night belonged to Davenport. Damon Gale on the handoff. He gets 35 yards before being brought down. That sets up the first score of the game. Bennett Wagner finds Baylor Ostrich in the end zone, 7-0 Davenport. 3 and out for the Eagles, and it's Gorilla time again. And again, it's Wagner to Ostrich.
So many animals.
The 2-point conversion made it 15-0. Growing pains for Nesbitt. The fumbles recovered by Asher Peterson, but congrats to them in their first ever varsity football game. That's huge. The Gorillas do win this one big.
We're back with a look ahead to your Saturday next.